Hey everyone, I'm Seren the Healer, back with your love reading by design for the month of July. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull an archetype card for the month with this deck. This is our Sacred Forest Oracle. Then I'm going to pull our message with the LightSeer's Tarot, and I am going to pull one love card for each design type within the sign for each reading. All right, so we're gonna do that for each video and see what kind of messages we get. So what I see here is somebody who is so wrapped up in the past, a past hurt or a past loss, that their reality is distorted and they're not showing up as their true self in their relationship because of pain, you know? Logical, it makes sense. But it's stopping them from growing. So all of these energies that we're having throughout the month that are there to be catalysts to help you grow and change. This is an energy that is resisting that and staying rigid and stuck because they can't see themselves clearly enough to tell what needs to go. So for my Aries generators, this is causing some bad behavior, basically. You're being overindulgent and a little insensitive in a way that it's like looking at the world like this is how everybody is. You know what I mean? Like one of those situations where it's like, okay, well, if no one else cares about this, why should I? Even though it's off from your true self, like how you really feel about it is that you care, you know, but because you're carrying this pain and this hurt, It's like you feel like you feel justified in behaving like someone who doesn't care, right? So it's what I'm seeing is actually somebody who's gotten to the point to where it takes them getting too drunk and hooking up with someone that they shouldn't hook up with, you know, like your best friend's partner, or somebody that you would never ever want to hurt, but you were just that reckless, that wild, that unfocused, and you know, you just were focused on the moment and how you felt in the moment, instead of keeping yourself true to who you really are. You know, it's like just living for the moment, because stuff gets messed up anyway, you know, even though you don't really believe that, you're wanting to believe that because you just want to stop hurting. So you feel like if you stop caring, then nobody can hurt you because you don't care. So the manifesting generators have, it actually feels kind of similar. It's kind of similar. It's like, this is a card, it's about like possibilities, keeping options open type of mentality in order to keep yourself from getting hurt again. So your whole outlook, your whole image of the situation is kind of distorted. You're using a warped mirror, and the where it's skewed, it causes you to feel like, okay, the world is a dumpster fire, so why should I care? You know, it's what I'm getting here. It's like, yeah, it's yeah. So let's see, we said generators, manifesting generators, manifestors. You're feeling like, this to me feels like a disempowered manifester. When manifestors get disempowered, they become what Ra called super slaves, because not having the sacral defined gives you this energy of not knowing when enough is enough. And so if you're in a people-pleasing mentality to where you're like, trying to satisfy other people, you're trying to do what everybody else is asking of you, right? And you're in a position where you don't know when enough is enough, that's when you're bending over backwards without even realizing you're bending over backwards. You're bending over backwards and nobody else is noticing how much you're bending over backwards, and you're just overextending yourself over and over and over again, and no one's noticing, and you're burning out. You know, you don't have a gauge for that gas tank to tell you that you're getting burnt out, so you just keep going and going and going and going, and feeling more and more angry. It's like a very disempowered, everyone is taking from me all the time and there's nothing I can do about it type of outlook. And it's rooted in something that's no longer happening, but you are, because your vision is distorted, your image is distorted, the antagonist in your brain is telling you is distorted. You're causing it to happen now, or you're seeing it as it happening now, but in reality no one's making you do any of this stuff. You're making you do all of this stuff. If they knew how much you were going through in order to make stuff happen, they would probably be like, why are you doing that? You know, which would be infuriating to you because you feel like they're making you do it, but they're not. Okay. So, Gosh, that's a lot. That's a really yucky place to be in. But this tower, you know, the transformation energy, the change energy that we go through this month, those are 2 solid weeks that are pushing you to try to pressurize the situation, to jolt you out of this so that you can realize that everything's been distorted, and that you haven't been seeing anything for what it is. You haven't been seeing anything clearly, and this is your opportunity to actually benefit from the change, the tower, the you know, shift in energy, and get to a better position to where you're not trapped, causing, you know, a time loop, causing your past to keep happening again. For projectors, the projectors got the tower twice. This is the the it's the version of the tower from this deck. And it's interesting too because the figures in this card kind of look like the shape of an X, and I'm seeing the shape of an X through this card as well. I don't know if you can see that. So I don't know, maybe that means the number 20. Maybe the X is significant to you watching. I don't know. But what I feel like is that for the projector Aries, even though you're attempting to sidestep this tower like everybody else, you're not able to. It's coming for you. And it's gonna jolt you and wake you up. It's going to shake everything, redistribute resources. It's going to get in your face. And this message is here to let you know that it's, I mean, I know probably every tarot reader that ever gets the tower tells you, oh, it's for your good. But it's to help you to dislodge old stuff. It's to shake you free of old stuff. That's what this tower falling is for. There is an old hurt. There is an old idea and belief and thought about yourself that came from that old hurt that you still have. And it's like, it's stale. It's old. It doesn't fit you anymore. You know, it's like trying to pull out your jeans from high school. They're not in fashion anymore, you know? No matter how many compliments and great pictures and fun moments you had in those jeans back when they weren't in fashion, none of that still exists for those jeans anymore, you know? And same is true for that energy. It's not serving you to identify and define yourself as someone who was hurt in this way, you know? And once you acknowledge that, it's like step 1 in the healing, and it starts to flow from there. Definitely a great time to look into finding a therapist or somebody who can help you to work through that, because yeah, if it's been there that long. I was just telling, what is it, Pisces. The Pisces projectors are having it manifest in a physical way, and that's that's where that leads, you know. You're getting physical ailments. I went so over time. I've never done that before. Anyway, so finally we have our reflectors. And I feel like this is saying that reflectors are going to meet a person who acts as this catalyst. The card that you got is the modesty card, and it says you cannot you can't really meet yourself or know yourself without engaging with other people. Other people work as, like, you know, your mirror in order for you to see yourself, basically. Can't find yourself without encounters with other people. So it's like, maybe you're going to run into someone who mirrors that energy back to you. And you'll be able to see it in them, which in turn, through this tower, you know, confrontation, you'll see it in yourself too. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. This was really long. Thank you for making it to the end. Please do all the things like subscribe, share, comment, and I will look forward to seeing you back here again next month. I am still doing my weeklies, so check those out if you have time. They will give you a smaller scale picture of how the energy is playing out throughout the month. All right? See you next time. There's nothing